And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Guys, today we're taking a look at a game called Nada, which says match, snatch, and win. Nada comes in a little box like this, but you don't really need the box. You just put everything in the bag. From Blue Orange Games, Nada comes with dice, and it's a speed game trying to match dice. Let me show you. 36 dice come in the game. There's both white dice with orange insets and orange dice with white insets. As far as I can tell, all the dice are completely different because there are 12 different sides that can be shown on the dice. You can see rocket ship, feet, shark, rabbit, skull, ghost, cactus, crown, anchor, cherries, tree, and flower. And each of these shapes appears on 9 of the dice. And there's no dice that are exactly the same, except possibly one of 2 different colors. So what you're going to do in the basic game is one person is going to take 6 of the orange dice, and they're going to take 6 of the white dice. These are the dice that you're going to be rolling for this round. One person rolls for them, and the game begins. So what I'll do is I'll take these dice, and I'll roll them like this. Everybody is then looking for shapes that appear on both an orange and a white die. So for example, I can't say crown because even though there's an orange crown, it's also not on a white die here. And even if you saw the same symbol twice, for example, there's 2 orange anchors, I couldn't call that unless there was also a white anchor, which there is. So if I shout anchor, then I get these 3 dice because they all show anchors on them, and then the next round begins. Now somebody could have called cherries, and I believe that's the only match that someone could have called. And if they had done that, they would have got those 2 dice. But since I was first, we re-roll the dice now. And again, we're looking for matches here as fast as we can. And in this case, there are no matches. So when there are no matches at all, you put your hand over the dice and you say, nada. The first person to do that is going to get all the dice in the middle. Once all the dice are gone, or there's only one color left, which means you can't make matches, then you'll simply pull in 6 more of each color and start another round. And then you'll do a 3rd round, and after 3 rounds, whoever has the most dice is the winner. Now another way you can play this, and I actually prefer it this way, is everybody is going to get a certain number of dice from the main pool together. So let's say you're playing 3 players, you would each have 12 dice, and you could pull them from the bag randomly to see which dice you get. Then each round of the game, you'll put a certain number of dice in the middle. It doesn't matter. Let's say it's 3 dice when you're playing with 3 players. You roll those, someone else is rolling 3 dice, someone else is rolling 3 dice, and the first person who makes a match cherries gets all the dice. And you keep doing that until somebody runs out of dice, and then whoever has the most dice is the winner. And then there's another variation where you can basically use all the dice in one game. But all the games basically play the same, where you're looking for matches between the 2 different colored dice. All right, a game you have to really, this game is not a long game. We're talking like 10 minutes at the most. At the most. You're just grabbing dice as quickly as you can. Holly, what did you think of Nada?
I don't like it because Daddy kept on taking the cards.
You don't, so you don't like it or you don't like me?
I like it. I don't like you.
Oh, well, thank you. Amy, what'd you think?
I liked the game and I liked matching it. Although it frustrated me a lot that I looked at the orange dice and I looked at the white dice. And whenever my dad called it out, I'm like, and then I just noticed it was there. And I'm like, ah!
Okay, so lots of screaming.
Yeah.
And you know what? The white-orange dice is a really cool thing because, as I said, every die is different. So you're not going to get matches all the time. There's a good chance there's no matches. And so sometimes people will shout, nada, and there actually was matches on the board. And many times there isn't matches. Like I said when going over it, I like the one where you each start with a certain number of dice, you put dice in the middle, and eventually somebody wins all the dice. Yes?
There should be a rule that...
You didn't need to raise your hand, but go ahead.
There should be a rule that if you say nada and there is none, you lose all your dice.
Well, why?
Because you shouldn't have said nada.
Okay, well maybe we'll add that house rule in next time. So, final thoughts on the game. I like it. Of course, it's a speed game, so people don't like speed matching games, aren't going to like it. But I'm just fascinated that all the dice in here are unique. That's just mind-boggling to me. That's really cool. But I like it. Holly?
I like it.
But not me. Okay, Amy?
I like it.
All right, so there you go. Nada.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Yeah.